Hello everyone, welcome back to another weekly energy reading. My name is Stef. If this is your first time tuning into one of my videos and you don't know who I am, hello, thank you so much for coming to my channel. Thank you so much for coming to my video. My name is Stef. I am the Psychic Soul Alignment Coach, and what I do is I work with spiritual entrepreneurs and spiritual people to help them to do very deep levels of healing in order to really powerfully align with more of who they truly are. And as a result of this greater soul alignment, they're able to then create their greatest level of success in life and in business. Every Monday, I come on to my Facebook business page to do the weekly energy reading, and then I upload those video readings to YouTube on Tuesdays. So if you're watching me on YouTube, then definitely be sure to subscribe to my channel so you never miss out on these weekly energy readings on Tuesdays. And otherwise, you can feel free to follow me on Facebook so you can catch them on Mondays. I don't have a specific time for when I do them. I do my best to stick to times, but it just never seems to work out so far. But yeah, you can follow me on Facebook. The links to my social media will be in the description of this video if you're watching on YouTube, so be sure to check that out. And give me a quick minute to just double check and make sure that this video is streaming properly and there are no complications with the audio. Yeah, you can follow me on Facebook. The links to my social media. Oops. Okay, it's working. Just had to make sure. And yeah, okay, super excited to be doing this reading. So if you don't yet know, I have done the September energy reading. I do the monthly readings for the whole month on YouTube only. So if you have not yet seen the September energy reading, be sure to go check that out on my YouTube channel. If you're watching on Facebook, you can find me on YouTube as Stef Coaching. It's the same name as my Facebook business page. If you're watching on YouTube, the September energy reading will be pinned up here. I hope I'm pointing at the right place. I always get it wrong. I think it's up here. So you can check that out after you get done watching this video. All right, cool. Super excited to be doing this. So when I tuned in moments ago to ask about what we needed to know for everyone's highest good in regards to the energy for this week, okay? I got that this week was really about taking personal responsibility and stepping into your power on a greater level. Now, the reason for that is that if you watched my weekly energy reading from last week, I mentioned how last week was really a week to get clarity and self-evaluate and realign. And that was because we have a few months left in the year and we can totally turn things around. We can totally be in a completely different space if we choose to create that in our lives. But we have to do that. In order to do that, though, in order to find ourselves in a better space by the end of the year, we have to sit down and take the time to get this clarity, to evaluate, to understand what we could learn from the past and all that other stuff, right? So if you have not yet seen that weekly energy reading, I really recommend that you go watch that after this video as well. I will link it up here somewhere as well. Hopefully I'm pointing in the right place for you to go watch that so that you know exactly what to do and do that activity. I did that activity from last week yesterday. I sat down all day yesterday and I was like, okay, cool. Let me get clear on what I'm meant to be doing or what I want to create over the next few months, right? So I did that activity for myself, and I really recommend that everyone do this. So because we were asked to really take the time to get clear and to really understand what we want to create for the remaining months of the year, the next 3 months at least, because there's 4 months left. Because you have gotten this clarity, it's really time for you to then take personal responsibility and step into your power to be like, okay, cool. So I got clear on what I wanted. I got clear on, who I need to be to bring that about, to have that life, to make those things happen. So it's time for you to start taking personal responsibility and really on a greater level and really choosing to become that version of you, choosing to step into your power, to really start moving powerfully in the direction of that, to create momentum behind it, to show up in a different way, especially, right? So this is what this energy this week is really asking everyone to do. It's, hey, Anna, how are you? Thank you for joining me. It's really asking everyone to say, cool, you know what you wanted. Now show up as the highest version of you and go out there and create that. So that means no more holding back. That means no more playing small. Because if you have these quote unquote big dreams, and I don't want to say big dreams in the sense of how do I explain it? Okay. A lot of times when we label it as big dreams, we make it feel like this gigantic thing, this huge thing that is outside of our ability to be able to manifest, right? And then that ability, that belief of like, oh my God, this dream of mine, this vision is just so huge. Like, how in the world am I going to be able to make that happen? Well, you have that kind of perspective or that belief behind it or that thought behind it because you're not seeing yourself as you truly are. You're seeing yourself as this disempowered version of yourself who doubts, who doesn't see themselves in their true light and their true power and their true ability, who's not really connected to their divine truth, that knows that they're being divinely supported in bringing about whatever big things are out there. Nothing is really too big for you when you really know who you are, right? And that is something that we all have to practice remembering again and again as we go on this journey, myself included, right? So So that's what I wanted to say with the big dreams. But because we have created these visions for our lives, for our businesses, hey, Angelica, how are you? Thank you for joining me. Because we've created these big visions, these dreams and stuff for ourselves and our businesses, a lot of times they seem like this gargantuan type of things. And we're like, oh man, like how am I going to do that? And it's time to stop that. It's time to stop playing small. It's time to stop doubting yourself. It's time to stop seeing yourself in this light lesser than who you really are. It's time for you to stop feeding into that and to stop wondering like, like, oh my God, how am I going to do that? Or shrinking down or questioning or being so in doubt or so unmotivated because you're not truly believing in yourself. You're not trusting yourself. You're not trusting in the higher power to support you, that you don't even take action. Like, it's time to stop those patterns and it's time to really rise up and really step into personal responsibility and say, okay, cool. This is the big vision for my life, for my business. Okay. I know who I need to be now, what I need to do differently to be able to bring about different results. So I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start showing up in a greater way. I'm going to start speaking my truth. I'm going to start, taking these more powerful action steps. I'm going to start really just being my most authentic self, even if people don't like it. I'm going to not continue to hide myself just because other people won't like it, or I'm not going to continue to hold myself back from having success just because it's going to make other people uncomfortable or insecure, whatever it is. Like, it's really an opportunity for you to get out of your own way. Get out of your own way. That is really the message. Is the only reason that you have maybe not been able to bring about the big dreams that you have is just because you've been getting in your own way. Because you have been engaging in behaviors and thought patterns and whatever else that has caused you to not progress in the way in which you wanted. And that's okay. I'm not trying to make you feel bad in any kind of way. It's just we're stating facts here, right? I know I'm calling myself out as well. So please, this is not just for you. This is a message for me as well. Okay, thank you. So we need to get out of our own way. And how we're going to get out of our own way is by taking personal responsibility and saying, okay, cool. I recognize I've been playing small. I recognize I've been allowing myself to fall into old patterns. I recognize that I haven't been showing up as powerfully as I could. I recognize that I haven't been believing in myself. I've been underestimating myself. I haven't been trusting myself. I have been, doubting myself. I've been doing these things, but I'm going to do them differently now. I'm going to take personal responsibility over that. And I'm not going to commit those mistakes again. I'm not going to keep taking myself down those patterns again. I'm going to do things differently. I'm going to show up. I'm going to take bigger, bolder action steps. You're going to do things, learn from the past. If you did the activity from last week, from the reading of last week, then you should know what is required for you to do differently moving forward and to start taking personal responsibility over that and doing that differently. It's your life. You're creating it at all times. You are moving yourself in the direction of what you want, or you're moving yourself away from it. But it's always ultimately your choice. So you have to assume personal responsibility over that and say, okay, moving forward, I'm going to move myself down the path that keeps bringing me closer and closer to my desires, to my dreams, to my vision. I'm going to keep moving myself in that direction again and again and again until that is what it is, without a question. This is just what it's going to be moving forward. And I'm going to do what I got to do to bring that about. And stepping into your power around that, right? That is the message for this week. So for everyone who did the activity last week, okay, this week, you're being asked to take personal responsibility and step into your power, okay? So that means making the changes and showing up as powerfully as you can in moving yourself in the direction of what you want, of that big dream, that vision, that goal, okay? And not continuing to hold yourself back. So as you're moving forward with these things and you notice the old patterns coming back, the old doubt, the insecurity, the worry, the scarcity, the lack of belief, whatever it is for you, you gotta snap yourself out of that and step into your power and keep it moving. You gotta keep moving, keep stepping into your power, keep moving yourself in the direction of what you want. Now, for anyone who maybe didn't do the activity from last week, or who maybe did part of it and didn't finish. It's really important that you take personal responsibility and you step into your power and do it or get it done. Okay? Because what's really important, and they wanted me to stress, is that do you want for your life to continue to feel like you're totally directionless and you don't know where in the world you're going, and you feel like life is just knocking you upside the head, knocking you on the ground every which way? Or do you want to move towards something specifically? Because if that's the case, then you need to get clear on what exactly you're moving towards. And that's why you need to do that activity, is what exactly do you want for your life? Do you want to stop being all over the place and not really feeling like you're making progress and you're scraping by, or things just don't seem to be working out for you, and whatever other stuff you've been feeling, do you want to keep feeling that way or not? And if you're ready to shift out of that, then you need to take personal responsibility and recognize you are the creator of your life. You are literally creating your life. And part of creating your life is you make the time to sit down and get clear on what your vision for life is. That is conscious creation. So if you don't want to continue feeling all over the place, or feeling like life is smacking you upside the head every which way, because you never know what to expect and you never know, what's coming or whatever, and you're just surviving, trying to get through the day, like, it's time to stop that. And you stop that by sitting down and getting clear on like what you want, having a clear goal that you're moving towards, and then start moving yourself in that direction. And that is what they wanted me to share for this group as well. So I'm going to see if I have a card and see what cards pull up. Any other messages that we need to know for this energy reading for this week? Okay. And I'm going to pull from this deck as well to see if anything else comes through. Any other messages that we need to know for the energy reading for this week? Oh, snap. All right, cool. So I got 2 cards, right? I got this one. This is Kutumi. That's how I pronounce his name. That's what the booklet said too a long time ago. And this is Archangel Gabriel in this deck that I have. They're 2 separate decks. So the Kutumi card says Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer. You seek trust in what you know. And Archangel Gabriel says, speak your truth. So what do these cards want me to bring forward today? The thing is that a lot of times when we are on the path of making our dreams a reality, we question, we wonder, like, when, how, through whom. We get caught up in all the things, and we trip ourselves up along the way. But this is a week to no longer continue to do that, and to instead really just declare it. I really feel like this Gabriel card, Archangel Gabriel, has a lot to do with speaking, with, throat chakra type stuff. And it's really just a week to really declare, like, what do you want? What do you want? And if you want this, like, declare it. Declare that it's yours now. Declare that you're going to be who you need to be to bring that about, and just start taking action in that way. There was like a big bee or something flying out here on the 7th floor of this building. There might be a message there. Look into it. Spirit animal bee. See what resonates. But bees have to do with the sweetness of life a lot of times, enjoying life. But it also has to do with working and diligently working towards things. Because worker bees, they're doing things, they're getting things done, they're collecting the nectar. So what I feel like the messages that are coming through for the cards are that it's really, this week is a week to declare what you want, to verbally speak it. That's why the activity is important for those of you who have not done the activity, to sit down and do the activity, because even if you're writing it out, you're verbalizing it, you're declaring it. For those of you who did the activity, it's time for you to speak more positive, loving things to yourselves, more supportive things to yourself, affirming things to yourself that are going to support you in really continuing to move yourself along this path that you desire to go down, and to allow yourself to be guided in this way, okay? Also, there are some of you who, like I said earlier, are just getting caught up with, how is this going to happen? And I don't know the next step, and just still in the doubt, the worry, the fear. And you need to snap yourself out of that. You need to snap yourself out of that and really lean into what you know. That's what this card is about. It's about really allowing your inner guidance, your inner wisdom to lead you forward. Stop questioning so much what the next step is. Stop questioning whether you're doing the right thing. Stop questioning the progress that you're making. Stop questioning. The more that you question, the more that you trip yourself up and you get in your own way and you hold back your manifestations. You hold back the momentum of what you're trying to create here. You got to just lean into your truth. You got to just lean into what you know and trust that it's working out, that it's leading you forward, that it's guiding you, it's supporting you, it's all coming together. It's even if you can't see it yet, even if it doesn't yet make sense, you have to lean into that knowing that you're progressing. This is part of you stepping into your power as well, is leaning into that knowing. A lot of times stepping into your power doesn't necessarily mean outward action. Sometimes stepping into your power is you being strong inside of yourself and your own personal conviction in your truths. And this is what's really important for some people watching this video, is it's time to let go of the fear, the doubt, the questioning, whatever, of how you're going to make these big dreams happen. It's time for you to instead lean into the fact that whatever you feel called to do next, whatever you're doing next, whatever you have been doing, that is right for you. Trust in it. Trust in your knowing. Trust that it's all working out, that it's all leading you forward. And to allow that to, be a way of you, a form of you really being in your personal power and being connected to who you truly are. That is also super important here. Some people watching this video need to learn from the past mistakes where they were doubting, they were questioning, or they were not moving forward with action steps that they felt pulled to take, and to do differently and trust in that. Trust that they already have the next answer that they need. Trust that what they're doing is working. Trust that it's all unfolding. To trust in themselves. To trust that it's all coming together. And to allow it to happen. So that is the message for this week. I really hope that this has helped you. If you've enjoyed this weekly energy reading, please give this video a thumbs up, a like wherever you're watching from. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're watching on YouTube so that you never miss out on one of these readings. And be sure to hit that bell notification button and change your settings to all so you never miss out on a video from my channel. I do my best to upload videos on Thursdays as well, related to like spiritual awakening or ascension or whatever else I'm guided to do, and on Saturdays as well for spiritual entrepreneurs, some kind of thing on spiritual entrepreneurship. I recently uploaded a video to YouTube. It was actually on my channel for a really long time waiting to be published, but sometimes things happen. But it's all working on in perfect divine aligned timing. So the video that I uploaded to YouTube recently is on the importance of soul alignment and how to be a successful spiritual entrepreneur. So if you have not yet watched that, I will link that up here in the cards as well for you to check out. If you're watching on Facebook, definitely go check out my YouTube channel. Hey, David. Oh, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you get to catch the replay. And that's basically it. If you're interested in creating success with your spiritual business or the business that you have in your spiritual entrepreneur and you want to make a greater impact, I really encourage you to come and join me in my Discover Your Soul's Purpose course. This is a 5-module course. A program is what my guides keep calling it, to really help you to... but it's like an intensive type of program. But it's really to help you to, over the course of 5 modules, 5 days, really dive deep into who you are, really dive deep into your soul, into your story, into just you, and really understand what it is that you uniquely came here to bless the world with, how you are here to make a positive, massive impact in the world with your existence, and to really help you to build a level of self-confidence that you need to start moving powerfully in fulfilling this purpose and fulfilling the soul's mission and really making the world a better place. So that is the point or the purpose of Discover Your Soul's Purpose, is to help you to do that. And I also do a live Q&A for Discover Your Soul's Purpose, and I also do 45-minute psychic business and planning strategy sessions for this round of it at least. That's what I was guided to do. So that psychic business and planning and strategy session is basically to really help you to, once you get clear on who you really are and what you're here to do in terms of your soul's purpose and what's holding you back, and to start doing the inner work around that. That's what you're going to be doing in the Discover Your Soul's Purpose program. Then in the psychic business planning and strategy sessions, that's where I meet with you privately We have a Zoom call. I record this call for you to listen to again and again as many times as you need. And I basically channel for you like what your next steps are moving forward with that knowledge, that information, and how to start taking the action steps that will help you to create the success that you desire with your business, with your purpose, and really being able to make your impact. So I give you things like, where to be present online, how to do that, how to start, a strategy like that will help you to start create momentum around something, what your next offers are, that kind of stuff is what I channel on in Discover Your Soul's Purpose. In the Psychic Business and Planning and Strategy sessions. So that is what I'm offering at this time. If this speaks to you, reach out to me. Again, my social media links are in the description of this video on YouTube. Otherwise, if you're watching on Facebook, message me on Facebook. And that's basically it. I hope to see you there, and I hope to be able to support you, because this is really powerful stuff. And the more people that step into their soul's purpose, the better things will go for them moving forward, because all of us who are here to make a big impact are being asked to really step into that and to fulfill that. And so the faster that you step into that and fulfill that, an easier time you have with the whole ascension process. So I really encourage everyone who's listening to this message who feels called to play a bigger game and really be more of who they truly are and create their dream lives and create this bigger impact. If this offer speaks to you, definitely reach out, because I would love to support you in getting started with that, or powerfully moving forward with that. So that's basically it for today. Thank you so much for your time. I wish you all the very best, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.